Welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today, SiR, Heavy, no wheel. It's a new release. Duh.
Right.
It's the first new release of our little tiny mini series of new releases because this week was a big one. So we're doing SiR this week, and then next week we're doing the new Adrian Lenker album. Also debating if we should do that Julia Holter album. I know people want Julia Holter on the channel, and that one's getting some pretty good reviews as well. So I almost played that today, but I stopped myself, so I'm not too sure what we want to do with that, but we'll decide that later. But today we're doing SiR. I've been meaning to show you SiR for a while, so it's convenient that TDE is finally doing something. We had Schoolboy earlier this month, I think, and now SiR's here. We got SZA dropping singles, so seems like they're back.
Sure.
Yeah, SiR is in my opinion, pretty underrated R&B / soul type artist. Chasing Summer is one of my favorite summer albums. I think that album is fantastic. Got some great features from Kendrick on that as well. Yeah, so super smooth album. So I'm excited for this one here. I have heard Karma, the single with Isaiah Rashad. I think it's fantastic. I think there was 2 other singles for this record. Have not heard those, but we got 16 songs, 50 minutes. I'm glad to get back in this bag.
Yeah, I haven't listened to any of the singles. I'm just excited to get back into R&B. Been a minute.
Real. Alrighty. I think we'll just do the intro into Ignorant with Ty Dolla $ign.
All right.
I've got the weight of the world on my shoulders, heavy as a lie when you're trying to be honest. Rarely's gonna call when they all in your pockets. World get on my nerves, man, this shit just don't excite me. Swerving off the curb in the corners ain't exciting. Pussy on my phone, man, this shit just don't excite me. Out here on my own, ain't too many others like me. Hey, I might pop a clip, funny how it hit. Y'all keep doing looks, I got money on the books. Can't believe the shit that I see. 500 degrees, still feeling the breeze. She do what she please, keep her off the leash. But I love the fact she keep coming back. We so ignorant. World get on my nerves, man. This shit just don't excite me. Swerving off the curb in the corners ain't exciting. On my own, ain't too many others like me.
Not like me, been doing this still hot like me. Turn everything to a bop like me. So tell me style, so I pop my piece. Tell top I need my swap. Ay, 6'4" Chevy, no top. Ay, ride through the city with a bad ass bitch. Extendo in my Glock. Ay, so long dollar the day I did money. I used to be polo. Clutching my piece when a fan want a photo. Paranoid, yeah, like it's 2001 for.
We so ignorant. World get on my nerves, man. This shit just don't excite me. Swerving off the curb in the corners ain't exciting. Pussy on my phone, man. This shit just don't excite me. Out here on my own, ain't too many others like me. World get on my nerves, man. This shit just don't excite me. Swerving off the curb in the corners ain't exciting.
Heavy and Ignorant.
I think Heavy was a pretty fine intro, I guess. But Ignorant, I thought was pretty good. I think I want to love Ty Dolla $ign because he has maybe one of my favorite verses ever on that Thundercat song that he did with him and Lil B.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that song so much. So every time I'm like, ooh, Ty Dolla $ign's doing something. And it never really gets to that level, unfortunately. But I thought he did pretty good here. And I thought SiR did fine as well. I think the chorus was not my favorite, just kind of plain and one note. But I thought the song overall had a really great vibe, great groove. I love West Coast R&B, so good stuff.
Yeah, I feel like SiR just radiates heat as an artist. Every single song he makes sounds like it's made for the summertime.
Yes.
No different here. I love how atmospheric the intro was. A really nice kind of soulful number to kind of open. Ignorant is great. I think Ty Dolla $ign did fantastic, actually. I love the way he kind of came in and attacked that verse. I feel like I always label Ty Dolla $ign as kind of one note. And while it is true that one note is really good and he does it really well here, I'm glad Kanye let him out of the cage to stop working on those garbage Vultures albums to like give one verse on here. And I think it turned out really well. SiR's vocal performance is great. I love the chorus on this. He does so good with his choruses that are kind of like nonchalant. They're kind of like, they blend in a little bit, but the laid back vibe is really nice. The bouncy bass on it is really good too. Haven't really heard him like going through this, like, it's not rapping, but kind of like that sharper inflection. I think they did really good, and the ad libs were kind of like amplified, which was kind of nice. But yeah, good start. All right, we got Karma, Isaiah Rashad feature.
Chevrolet shot, your laughing ain't hard, but the devil ain't far. Yeah, got a hoe with no job. Yeah, wanna fuck my car. Yeah, hey, where your heart, man? If you're suppressing enough, the decimals can make you special. Nigga, what's poppin'? Fucking the most, counting up paper, counting up cash. Is it vibrations? Haven't I told you? Is it vacation? Haven't I showed you? I'm ruthless. Little bitch trying to hit my little line, trying to talk about closure. You stupid. Little bitch trying to hit my little line, now we're living outside. I need to stop treating hoes like I need them. I'm too busy making promises when I can't keep them. It's time I slow this lack down to 100. Karma coming, karma coming, karma coming, ayy. Karma coming, karma coming, karma coming,
Karma.
I thought that was pretty good too. I know you love this song because you've been
I do.
talking about it a lot
Yes.
on the podcast. But I think Isaiah Rashad is easily the highlight of that song. I thought his verse was phenomenal. Which I am not the biggest Isaiah Rashad fan. Not saying I don't like him. I just haven't really listened to any of his stuff. I've heard him on the SZA Control album.
Oh yeah,
I think that might be it. Pretty Little Birds.
Yes.
I may have heard a couple of songs off of his new record, but I've not been exposed to him really. But I thought he did great here. I thought SiR was also really good here. I don't know if I've made my mind up about his voice yet. There's just something about it. I'm like, I should love this, but I don't know if I am. I don't know. I think it might take a couple more listens, but I liked it.
Yeah, I think Karma's fantastic. Yeah, he kind of blends like hip hop with R&B and soul in a way that like he uses his vocals, but he's not belting the whole time, so it's a little bit of a weird in between. Which I find really nice. It kind of matches well with Isaiah. They both have really chill, really nice flows, and they really add a great soulful element to a track. Yeah, Isaiah kills it. He's fantastic. Ever since House is Burning, I feel like his new kind of approach to flow and stuff is really working. He has such this like chill, easygoing flow, but it's kind of like a Earl Sweatshirt or a Mike where it's like very complicated, but he makes it seem so easy and effortless. Yeah, he does great on here. I love the beat on this as well. I love those little like guitar flourishes. There's always something that like takes you back to palm tree imagery in like every one of these songs. Yeah, I think it works really well, and the song's just a massive vibe. So
Yeah.
good start. All right, Heavy, which is the title track, but also the intro. So this is the title track, Heavy.
Okay.
Got up for don't make my mama proud. My signal's in and out, but it's all I've been about. Oh, I've been killing myself softly, waking up, remembering I'm losing sleep over dreams that were coming true. Oh, I've been killing myself softly, telling me I better be precautious. All this love and despair, never cared what it costs. I just fly till I see the sunrise behind me. Tears don't even fall when I cry. Oh, I've been killing myself softly, waking up, remembering I'm losing sleep over dreams that were coming.
Heavy.
That song was very, very nice. Yeah, when it comes to R&B, this is the type of style I like. I like those really smooth melodies, and I love those harmonies in the background. That is a big, big plus for me. Um, yeah, I don't know if I have a whole lot to say about it. It's just really, really nice.
Yeah, you get his probably best vocal performance so far on that one. He is so smooth with it. He has such a soulful voice. I really, really
Yeah.
enjoy. Yeah, I do have a couple issues with the beat on this track. I think it's engineered pretty poorly. I think the drums are way too loud and they're way too compressed. It kind of muddies a very smooth track. I felt like the kind of like strings in the back were getting lost because the drums were so loud, and then his voice was kind of sandwiched between them. So I really enjoyed the parts where the drums were not like in there. So the post chorus and the third verse I really enjoyed. I just think that those drums are a little bit too punchy, and it kind of takes away a little bit of the atmosphere they were going for. So yeah, it's a small thing, but it does add up when it's a track that's supposed to be really smooth and soulful like this, because I think it is a little bit too loud and a little abrasive. But yeah,
Sure.
good track overall, though. I enjoyed that. All right. 6 whole days. Track 5, though. Not 6.
Staring at the sun for 6 whole days, blinded by my own foolish ways. Don't know if the moon is coming back. If she don't, we all gon' fade to black. I've been staring at the sun for 6 whole days, staring at the sun for 6 whole days. Light is bright and beautiful. I've been busy basking in her rays. Harmony is heavenly. Invert the melody the devil plays. Tell myself it's dangerous, making house and home when no one else there stays. Blinded by my own foolish ways, staring at the sun for 6 whole days. Tolerance I never gauge. Don't know if I'll ever act my age. Never thought there was a way for trying to be brave. It's like someone doesn't want to see me change. I've been staring at the sun for 6 whole days, staring at the sun for 6 whole days.
6 whole days.
That song kind of slapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's maybe my favorite instrumental so far, which I think is kind of surprising, or at least it's surprising to me that I would like a song that does those weird switch ups.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it was a really neat experiment, kind of, and I was trying to figure out what was going on, but you know, about halfway through, I'm like, what? Screw it. I'm just gonna enjoy it. And when I did that, it was just a lot of fun. So yeah, I love that. I love the choir. It's always a welcome addition. So yeah, big win.
Yeah, that was great. I really like that. He's very dynamic, and I'm seeing this album is already a lot more variety than Chasing Summer. I feel like Chasing Summer gives that like, dead like July, just straight heat. This is a lot more. There's a lot more going on in this, and I really enjoy it. Yeah, the switch ups were fun. They're weird. I was like, do I like this? I kind of do. It's awkward, but it works. I love the piano driving it. His vocals do fantastic on this. He kind of glides through all these. Looks like he self-produced this one, so he definitely knew his way around the instrumental on this. Yeah, choir was great. Really interesting. I was not expecting anything like this out of him, but this works pretty well.
Yeah.
Alrighty. No Evil, track 6.
What's your superpower? Show me what you made of. But I see no evil. I see no evil. I see another reason for me to believe in the hero. Can you breathe underwater? Should I dive any deeper? Watch him switch up. Rolling, rolling with you, yeah. New position, move too fast, you gon' miss it, yeah. Intermissions, over once you hit the light.
All right. No Evil.
I have mixed feelings about that one. I think the beat was really nice. Like there were moments where it was like, oh, this is like something that could be on like Good Kid, Mad City or something. Just kind of like those harder songs off that record. I'm like, okay, go off. But then for some reason he was doing like an Ozzy Osbourne thing. I'm like, why? It doesn't really fit what's going on. I don't know if that's what he was going for, but I'm like, at times I'm like, is this sounds like Prince? I'm like, no. And then he sounds like Ozzy. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't think it really fit the song, but I don't know. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I also have mixed feelings. I think I like it, but I'm not too sure. I feel like this doesn't fit his vocal as well. Going for a Parliament Isley Brothers style, which is what Gambino did on Awaken My Love. So it sounds a lot like a song off of that record, except his vocals do not work the way that Gambino's do because he does not have that higher register where you can fluctuate between the two. So it comes out kind of raspy and coarse like it does on this track.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool because I think it does meet the menacing like bass on this beat, but I think doing most of the song in it is when the issue arises. I think it's a cool vocal inflection to use, but I feel like the chorus should bring a light in with his normal vocal.
Yeah.
It's a cool experiment though. I appreciate like all of the different styles he's going for here. It's been like a really good variety, but I think something like Awaken My Love does that sound more justice than something like this does. So an album we still haven't done. It's been on the wheel for like 3 years. We'll get to it eventually.
Eventually.
You still have the vinyl that you haven't listened to yet. So.
I do. I have not listened to it.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll get there. All right. Track 7, Poetry in Motion with Anderson .Paak. Haven't heard him in a while.
Didn't he just drop a new single?
He did, yeah. Oh, he's probably doing drums. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If I slip, I slide, I don't trip, I glide when I dip, I dive when I dive deep. In the middle of an ocean, you know where to find me. I'm hanging out with the stars, still can't relax, even in these foreign cars. I'm rolling around with the strap, when I hit it hard. Permission to make it clap, I need a round of applause, but I might settle for that. Had to break a couple laws, put my city on the map. You think you beat the pussy up, but you didn't make her come, even if never coming back. Play it like you couldn't call it, it's just something that you lack. When I dip, I dive. When I dive, I dive deep. In the middle of an ocean, you know where to find me. When it's poetry in motion, she don't ever mind me.
They told me slowly is the fastest way to get where you wanna be. So I ease to a steady speed. Let that bitch breathe, no push stop. Give me keys to that blue Impala, this the good part. When you're living everything you thought of. I know single mothers who rather teach their sons how to squabble.
Got a pound of tree and a gang of yay.
We have sacks and some dirty vans, blowing hella bands. I don't smoke, but I'm still high as the price of gas.
If I slip, I slide, I don't trip, I glide. When I dip, I dive. When I dive deep. In the middle of an ocean, you know where to find me. It's poetry in motion, she don't ever mind me.
Poetry in motion.
We need another Anderson solo record.
Yeah, we do.
Please
He
come
needs to get back in the studio.
Man, yeah, because he's great on this. The real drums. I mean, I think there's been real drums on this record already, but man, they just add this life to it that is absent in like drum machine songs. And I think he did pretty well. Kind of back in his rap gang, which he hasn't really been in a hot minute. So I'm glad. This was a really fun track, and it kind of slaps.
Yeah, I love that actually. Yeah, the live drums are great. It's. I've had a little bit of mixing issues throughout the record. I'm not going to bring it up every time because then people get annoyed that I bring up mixing. Not going to do that. But having the live drums is a breath of fresh air. It's nice to kind of introduce it almost halfway into this record. I think they both do really well. SiR is just really smooth. He kind of matches Anderson in that way. I feel like SiR was almost doing an Anderson .Paak impression a little bit too much, where it felt like a little bit of the sameness. I still like it. It's just like it got a little similar. I'm like, ooh, okay. You don't need to be Anderson .Paak. It still works though. I really like his verse. He does really well. I know with the Black record, we had a lot of issues with that one. One of the issues being his rapping was his rap style verses and choruses were not good. They weren't exciting. This one, he's dynamic. The bars aren't like top tier, but they're entertaining and they're fun, and he makes some nice through lines through it. Chorus is fantastic. I love how they're kind of playing off of each other. It's just really refreshing to hear Anderson .Paak's voice again. I feel like it's been a while. I know he just did a song with the Free Nationals, but I like this more than that song, honestly. So yeah, really good. All right. I'm Not Perfect with Absol. I don't think you've ever heard Absol either.
One step up and then 2 steps back. Might slip up, but I'm still on track. How I'm feeling, I'll let you lead. It ain't what you need. Lucky me, I'm not perfect, but that don't mean I won't shoot my shot. Don't like to work against the clock. I shouldn't wait if I hesitate. One step up and then 2 steps back. Might slip up, but I'm still on track. How I'm feeling, I'll let you lead. I'll keep healing as we proceed.
Hey, man. Made in God image, that's intelligent design. And all started with a cell, then that cell was divided. Before it fully split, witness the vesica Pisces. You can see it's an eye sideways. I think our eyes is even so.
I still got so much room to grow, and I've never pictured letting you go. All of it's true, there's only you. I know what I have to do, but I'm not perfect. Oh, we may lose signal, but baby, in spite of it all, better when I'm with you. I'm not perfect. One step up and then 2 steps back.
I'm Not Perfect.
I thought that was pretty good. I don't know if I have a whole lot to say about it. I thought that Absol was pretty funny.
Yes.
I didn't know anything. Nothing to expect. I think this is the first thing I've ever heard Absol on. I know he's TDE, right?
Yes, he's on Section 80, but I don't think you've heard Section 80.
Not all of it.
Okay.
Not all of it. But yeah, I thought I don't know. I think SiR actually was the best part of this track. Honestly. I thought that his verse was pretty dang good. And I thought the chorus was really fun too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I like that one quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. I like the nocturnal beat a little. Again, I'm liking the variety here. It doesn't feel too stale like ever. Yeah, this went pretty good. SiR's vocal inflection was great. I love the chorus. If you told me this was Absol, like, or if there was no feature listed, I would not tell that this was Absol until about like the last 4 lines of his verse. This is such a different inflection for him. Like, I couldn't even recognize his voice. He sounded like he was trying to be Future. It was really weird. That's not how he usually sounds. But his verse was pretty good. I was definitely expecting him to do something completely different. I think I could take it either way. I feel like he would have done really well if he did his like more traditional flow over this too. But yeah, that might take a few more listens for me to get used to that verse. But I was like, whoa, that's a very different turn for him.
No.
But interesting. I liked it. He had humor in it, and you know that's all I need really for this.
No, sure.
Alrighty, my favorite Kendrick song, "You."
If I say I'm with you, baby, I mean that I'm with you. Ooh, ooh, we gon' make a song tonight. It's about you. I'ma put you on tonight. Baby, sing along tonight. Nothing against you. All I know is if I can't be with you, I couldn't see us being friends. I won't even pretend like I ain't got other bridges to mend. Still, I'm picking up the signal you sent. You've been looking for a hard hitter, radio killer. Love is so lethal, cold is sub-zero, maybe die killer, but I can deliver. I'ma put you on. So ghetto, just how I like it. Bougie and bad, baby, don't try to fight it. I'm next level, you got the cheat code. I might go beast mode, lose my mind with better. Hold on tight, this is ride or die. Baby, sing along tonight. We gon' make a song tonight. It's about you. I'ma put you on tonight.
Hey baby, just called to tell you I love you and I miss you.
You.
I wish Soulja Boy was on this song. Yeah, is it TDE's thing now to just make a record that's like like so diverse and
Yeah, I don't know.
because that was like
He's
how
got
the new
SZA
SZA
model.
one was
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I'm like every song's different on that record, and now it's like the same here. I liked it. This is kind of a more like pop R&B type thing. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the auto tune kind of fit. I don't know. I kind of feel weird because this is so different. But I liked it. I don't know.
I think it's my first miss. I don't like this one.
Oh, okay.
I think it's weird. I don't know if the vocal inflection thing he's doing on the chorus and pre-chorus works. It feels clunky. It feels like kind of the Usher era, but not in a good way. I feel like there was mixing issues, especially at the end. It kind of like evolved into a little bit of a mess, very over compressed. I don't think things got the right, especially those weird synth things that came in. I'm like, ooh, those sound like you took that off of like an MP3 player. I don't like how condensed that got. I like the idea of the song. I just feel like he was doing too many directions, and like I don't think his high register works in the way that I'd like it to. But nothing horrible. It's just like I don't know if I'm feeling that one.
Yeah, he's no Frank Ocean.
He is no Frank Ocean, and that's okay.
Doesn't have that range. Yeah.
Alrighty, Only Human, track 10.
I know you're working, so I'll just talk to you later. Bye.
In between heaven and cloud nine, there we lie, her and I. Her kisses as soft as her eyes. There's nothing to fight about in the sky. Less than perfect. See, this is right where I wanna be, but she deserves so much more than me, 'cause I'm only human. She believes we're meant to be. I just can't find the words to tell her that the king she calls her own is out chasing amazing grace while she waits for him by his throne. Someone else is out there loving me while she wishes she could. I know she'd be so much better off if I just left her for good, but I'm human. Risking it all for a floating, fleeting feeling. Can't climb the wall with my energy depleting. Know what you'll say, but the words ain't so appealing. Risking it all for a floating, fleeting.
It's gonna go somewhere. Only human.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first part was interesting. I thought it was funny that I brought up Frank Ocean. The last song, because he was very much doing a Frank Ocean thing. Because the way that Frank Ocean sings is a lot in the back of the mouth, the upper throat. He was doing that. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny that I just brought that up. Not to say that it's a bad thing. I actually really liked it. I like both parts. The Frank Ocean part and the Emotion Heap part. I thought were pretty good.
Yeah, this album's a lot of fun. There's so much variation, and it's just really interesting to listen to. And it's like still such a vibe, which is really great.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not as immersed as I am in Chasing Summer. I feel like that album is just so feel good that I just really enjoy it. But I do like the kind of SZA approach, I'll call it, where it is just a grab bag of a whole bunch of different styles, and he does most pretty decent. Yeah, this was pretty fun. I really liked this. The first part was great. I don't remember much about it because the second part was just like, whoa. I don't know if
Yeah.
these two parts belong together, but I also don't know where else you would put that. So I think it's fine that they're both in the same track. I really enjoyed the acapella section when he's kind of like layering those vocals. I think it did really well. It kept you on your toes. It was interesting. It was really different, but I don't know. It's a quirked up track, but I think it works pretty well.
Yeah, I think so.
Alrighty, Satisfaction, track 11.
Feeling. Satisfaction. As much as I hope one day things could still work, we both know the deal. This isn't as simple as satisfaction. I wish the future never happened. Oh, I wish I could stay in your arms. I wish I could stay. Hey, I wish I could stay in your arms. I wish I could stay.
Satisfaction.
That was fine. I don't know. It's only 2 minutes long. Yeah, I mean, I like the beats. Anything that can incorporate an acoustic guitar, I think, is a big win. I will say it kind of felt a little like clumsy and all over the place. Like things weren't really happening at the same time. It was just kind of like this lazy kind of free form almost, where it's just like just going. And I thought it was fine, but I don't know, not too crazy about that one.
Yeah, I think that's the part that I liked a lot. I don't know. It was very organic in a weird way that the textures kind of worked well. But I also love guitar playing that is like offbeat and random. I love the glow part too, and there's not a single song on there where the guitar is doing a traditional anything, and that's my favorite part about it.
That's true.
But yeah, this was pretty great. I really enjoyed this one. I think as a track, this cohesively is like really, really solid. I think some of these have been kind of like wandering in different areas, and the song structure gets a little bit broken up. This one was like really smooth start to finish. Apparently, this came out in 2022. So TDE is really doing the SZA model where they're like, here's your single for your album. Let's release the album 2 years later. I had no idea this came out. I'm surprised I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty great. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Life is Good with Scribs Riley. I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
He was on the Black Panther soundtrack, apparently.
Oh. Okay.
Life is good, eh? Car fast as fuck. Ain't got pulled over once while I was acting up. 120 while I'm headed to Sonoma. I ain't turning down no fades. No, I don't need any soldiers, eh? I might fly you down to Florida tonight. Miami, where the water stays warm. Life is good, eh? Roll another blunt. Life is good, eh? We do what we want. Eh, we do what we want. Life is good, eh? Car fast as fuck. Ain't got pulled over once while I was acting up. And we could do what we want, baby. Tell me what you like. Life is good, eh? Roll another blunt. Life is good, eh? We do what we want. Eh, we do what we want. Life is good, eh? Roll another blunt.
In the maze, as the court nigga became. I'm from an old state, I'm a son of Switzerland. Ain't no way that we about to slow down. They ain't know who I was, but they know now.
So this particular robbery where I told him to take all the money out of, women every night, man. I don't know why I was alone that night because I still had dope.
Life is Good.
I thought that was pretty good. I think he was kind of doing his Anderson thing again. On the first track, I was getting a little hints of it. Like, I don't know what he's doing with his like vocal inflections. They're like all over the place.
They are.
Which I think is a good and a bad thing, I guess. It's kind of hard to pin down what his style is at this point. I mean, this is coming from someone who hasn't listened to any of his other things. But I thought that this was pretty good. I like the chorus. Just so smooth, so light. This is what that summer thing you were talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah.
Like this is just rolling down the street in a convertible on Hollywood Boulevard
After robbing three
after
gas
robbing
stations.
3 gas stations as a goof, though. So they can't convict if it's a goof.
That's true. Just a prank, officer.
Obviously, yeah.
There's a camera.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, I thought that was good. Really smooth. I really enjoyed that chorus, especially. I think that was one of the best choruses on the record. I agree that his style and personality gets lost a little bit the more and more he like does different stuff on this record. I think Chasing Summer shows his identity a lot clearer. You get a feel for his sound a little bit better. But having listened to that, I think listening to this record, I think it's a nice evolution. I still am kind of craving that Chasing Summer sound, but it's not like a negative that I'm doing that because that album is there.
Sure.
I think did pretty good. I enjoyed Scribs Riley. I didn't know he's a Brit.
I didn't either.
It was really good though. His verse was really smooth. I love how he like kind of went into like a singing inflection into his ad libs. I thought that was really neat. Yeah, I could take or leave the skit at the end, but to be honest, you can skip the skit. It's not a negative on the track. I like when albums do that kind of like, it doesn't have to be voicemail, but that kind of style of outro. I think it's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, good. I'm still not bored, which is great. That's the worst thing you can do, especially with an album that's 16 tracks, is get boring. I feel like with that Black record, we were bored halfway through and we had to sit through another like 13 tracks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
Ricky's song, track 13.
You ain't supposed to be alone when you got dope.
There's a song about Ricky Gervais.
I hope so.
Oh, cool.
Be so random.
Just watched The British Office the other day. It's so good.
I got some money for your mama. Make sure she get it all. Don't wanna have to go. Keep yourself out of any drama. Better lose your pride. Even a king can. Damn, you in the 11th grade. My little nigga done made it. Straight A student, ain't it amazing? No breaks. Foot on the pedal, give it some weight in your lane. Turn signal on, ready for change. What do you think? A wise man coming to page. I'm tickled pink. Seeing you rocking the biggest stage. You learn through me, don't wanna see you make the same mistakes. Take time with love, no, I don't care how many hearts you break. Make sure you pray and thank the Lord for everything He's done. Remember, there is still so much you have to overcome.
Ricky's song.
I like that one quite a bit. I'm a sucker for like songs dedicated to family members. One of my favorite Billy Joel songs is "Goodnight, My Angel." That's about his daughter. I'm not sure what relation SiR has to the Ricky in question.
The Ricky in question.
Of course, the titular Ricky. But you can just tell that, like, just through the lyrics and just how the song feels, that there's just this like love and connection between them that like I felt, and I thought it was kind of sweet. I don't know, just a nice little turn in this record where it's like, I'm gonna impart some wisdom. It's like, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, this was one of my favorites. I really enjoyed that. I think kind of building off of the kind of skit voicemail thingy at the end of the last track, and just like putting you in this this mindset of kind of this massive LA neighborhood situation where there is a whole bunch of crime and it's a lot of low income and like very minimal opportunities in general in that area. So I think putting us in that mind state before you get into a song like this was really nice, and it went across really well. It was so smooth. He is so good at these verses. He's really, really impressing me. I think that's his biggest improvement on this record, is just like how smooth these verses flow.
Yes.
Like he's not spitting any like crazy bars, but everything is just like so nicely packed in there that there's not like a single second where like it feels out of pocket. But yeah, that one was really sweet. I really like that one.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Nothing Even Matters, track 14. D'Angelo's there?
Sounds like it.
I don't know where to start. Maybe a heart action. Your ebony complexion, I would die for your affection. You keep giving me direction, baby. This is my confession. Oh, I can't get enough. Hard to believe I even found your love. Diamond in the rough, light up the dark like the fire I'm sparking up. Baby, let me tell you. Since I can remember, I've been rolling with stones. Didn't really think I'd ever find a place I belong. Well, since you came in the picture, I made a vow to behave. Didn't want you dealing with someone who would just drown in your way. Never thought it would be easy, but I'm changing my ways. Ever, ever, forever, ever. I want this forever, ever. I want this forever, ever.
Nothing Even Matters.
That one was nice. This album has taken a sweet turn in the last 2 songs. Yeah, this song almost like a boy band, like a Boys to Men song. It was kind of came out of nowhere, but I'll take it. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I have a whole lot to say about it. I think the production on it was really interesting. Had this kind of weird syncopation to how it was laid out, but I was kind of taken off at first, and then once it started, I was in completely. So I don't know. That was really well.
Yeah, it's one of those things that just works when it shouldn't. I think it turned out really well. I love the chorus on it. I love that he's kind of like using a little bit more of that strength in the vocal, just kind of like belting it out at this point, which is nice. It's a nice change up. There's not a boring point on this record, which is great. I've never heard anybody chop up D'Angelo like that. It was really weird, but I like it. It's awkward, but it works. It adds a really nice texture to the track. Yeah, it was really fun. I love how kind of like, I don't know, classic almost the beat sounded, but then you add that weird D'Angelo chop, and it's got this really nice, like, I don't know, almost Brandy-ish kind of feel to it. It doesn't sound like Brandy, but it has the same kind of feel I was getting on Full Moon. So I enjoyed that quite a bit. All right, 2 more. Trying My Hardest, track 15.
Well, if this ain't love, I don't know. I don't know. So I meditate, got my mind focused on you. Change your pace, it ain't a race, I'm chasing the truth. Sick of all the pain that I've been putting you through. I keep getting it wrong, but I know that I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest. Try to make a stand, but money's feeling weak. I can hear the pain in your voice when we speak, but I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest.
Trying My Hardest.
The song was pretty good. Not the biggest fan of the children's chorus or whatever was going on there. Thought it was fine, but man, that beat is smooth.
Yes.
That slap bass is awesome. I'm a big fan of the slap bass. And having it be so in the front and center was a big win. Thought the verses were also really well done. I just was not a fan of the chorus, but other than that, pretty good song.
Yeah, again, one of my favorites. The back half is surprisingly holding up a lot better than I would think. I feel like a lot of the issues I have with albums that do like 16 tracks is like it fizzles out near the end, but this one's ending pretty strong. Really enjoyed that. Again, that funk bass is crazy. Love the electric piano in there as well. I feel like mixing and production wise, this is the most full-bodied, soulful, warm track. Nothing feels flat. It fills the whole mix. I think a lot of that because it's a lot of live instrumentation. But that's a lot nicer on the ears than a lot of the stuff I've been getting here. And I think it worked really well. I love the voice modulation, kind of mimicking a children's choir, kind of doing a dual track thing a little bit. It's weird. It's different. I like that little bit of like almost psychedelic angle mixed with that funk bass. I think it works pretty well. It's obviously not on a level of like what a Frank Ocean will do with that, because that you get crazy results with.
Yeah.
But I think it went over pretty well. Alrighty, last track, Brighter.
1, 2, 3. Say I'm out of pocket, you think everything is wrong, like there ain't other options. Nothing more amazing than when light starts breaking through. Ain't no match ever burn the same. Once the play gave up the game, can't hold back when I speak your name. Don't the feeling just ain't the same. This fire burning brighter and brighter. A little more every day. We need to take it higher. We need to take it higher.
promise it'll be okay.
Brighter.
And that's a slapper of an outro. Yeah, there's just like so much life in that last song. Really, really good. No, I don't like children's choruses. I'm a big fan of regular choruses, or choirs, or whatever. And man, I don't really know what to like compare it to, but I don't know. That was just so uplifting and fun. I loved it.
Yeah, I love that as well. That's weird. This is like once removed from like a graduation song. That's all
I
I
could
was
see
thinking
that.
the whole time. I'm like, this is so close to like cheesy, fake, uplifting garbage, but it does it in a genuine way that makes me love it, even though it has a little bit of cheesiness to it, but I really like it.
Yeah.
There's that little balance in there that he strikes really well that I really enjoyed. And I think it's a great closer to this record. Yeah, overall, this record is really solid. This is better than I thought it was going to be honest. I wasn't sure how to feel because Chasing Summer was 5 years ago. Apparently, he's been releasing singles for this thing, throughout the years, but I haven't been hearing them. I just wasn't sure where he was going to go next. But I think 16 songs, he held his own for most of them. I think he was the best part of the record, which I think is the best thing you can do. His vocal inflections were different. They were varied. There's tons of different styles being done here, and most of them work. I think my biggest issue is just the mixing. I feel like a lot of these tracks are more flat than they need to be. I feel like if you get a proper mix on a lot of these, it opens it up. Those more lush sounding songs become even more immersive. So I think that's the only thing throwing me. But I think a lot of these tracks are really fantastic. I really love this back half from Satisfaction onward. I think was really great as well. So also love the Anderson .Paak song. That one was great. So yeah, very good. I really enjoyed that. That was refreshing. This is definitely going to be on a lot when the weather gets warmer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the only thing we can really compare it to is that Black record, because that one was also really long, tried to do a bunch of different things unsuccessfully. But this one, I feel like most of the experiments hit, and the ones that didn't were still interesting enough to talk about. So I don't know. I liked it quite a bit. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect going in, but yeah, I mean, I would be down to do like a Chasing Summer or any of his other things, because I feel like this was pretty dang great.
Yeah, I have not listened to November, his 2018 one. But yeah, Chasing Summer is a fun one. Maybe we can do that in like July or August when the time is right.
Of course.
But yeah, I think the cool part too is like I see not one album as being better than the other. I see both albums serving a different purpose, and I really enjoy that. Where it's like Chasing Summer for me is implanted as like I'm throwing that on when it's a car ride and the windows are down, and then this one it's like more for everyday use, and I really enjoy that. So yeah,
Sure.
good stuff. Next week we got Adrian Lenker's new record. Something I don't know what it's called. There's a cowboy hat on the cover. That's all I know.
It's called Bright Future.
Bright Future.
I had to look it up.
Yeah. I keep forgetting. The cover is like seared into my brain, but I don't remember anything else about it. But I'm very excited for that. I'm interested to see how that goes because it's going to be a very probably heavier, sad album. And we have Bab Jab on. And when we have Bab Jab on, we do fun albums. So
That's
this is going to
true.
be interesting.
I just know I've heard Sadness is a Gift. It's phenomenal. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go with Bab Jab on it, but I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. I've heard great things, and yeah,
I'm pumped.
I'm so excited for that. So we'll have that coming next week, and then I think we're gonna have a retrospective because we've got a lot of albums to talk about, including one that we lost footage for. So that's gonna be a beefy retrospective. So
That's right.
Stay tuned for that, and then we'll go to probably standard wheel stuff after. I might throw in that Julia Holter one. We'll see how I'm feeling. If I don't want to wait, I'm just going to listen to it and talk about it. So
I want to do that new Lizzie McAlpine record.
yes, we have to do that as well too.
Because the singles on that are great.
Yeah, I'm not used to a
single
lot of new stuff dropping. I know I
a
want
lot.
to do a lot more new releases on the channel this year, and there's a lot of stuff dropping. Last year was it was very sparse and things were very spread out. This one, it's like you get 1 week where everything comes out. So yeah, stay tuned. Hope you're liking the new release videos. This is definitely fun. I like going into records where there's not like a preconceived notion about any of it, and we can kind of just there's no history to it at all. You kind of just go in blind.
Me too.
But yeah, we have a podcast. If you like movies or games or TV or more music, I talk about all the music I listen to on that podcast. Not as in depth or anything, but it's there.
Yeah.
I also have my album of the year in the comments if you want to check out all the scores for all the things I listen to. I try to update that whenever I listen to a new record. So that's in there. But I think that's it.
That's it.
We'll catch you on the flip, whatever that means.
I don't know what that means.
Great. Adios.